Let's see. Tanshi Kiwao. Hey, how are you? TGIM alive. Grand Rising, beautiful, badass heart warriors. Welcome back. I'm Ravenous Red, or I'm Amy, here with you for another episode. Thank you to those who are joining us again, to those who are just joining us for the first time. Tell a little bit about myself. I'm a spiritual life, health, and wellness coach. I'm certified. I've gone through years of schooling, coaching psychology, mental health, trauma informed, all sorts of goodness. I'm a Reiki master. And I partner with people who are stuck and don't know where to start. I help them break free from overwhelm and anxiety and fear, and also like bloating and all the stuff that comes with that, insomnia, as I said, anxiety, and help them thrive in this life so that they can enjoy all the yum yum and pleasures that this life has to offer, no matter come what may. I'm currently renovating my house. I got a bunch of boxes behind me. We're not renovating the whole house, just doing some work in it. All that fun stuff. So today we are going to talk about anger. Wow, the stigma is real. And of course, finish it off with a little card pull for on your week ahead. So why I love Mondays. Mondays are ruled by the moon. And our moon is currently in Sagittarius. There we go. Okay. Our moon is currently in Sagittarius. It's going to be leaving Sagittarius today and going into the lovely sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn is really going to be checking in with us, especially during Taurus, double earth skies. We're going to be checking into our productivity, how we're getting our shit done. How are we following through on making choices in alignment with our intentions or the seeds that we're setting for us this year? I seen a really powerful quote this morning. Let's see if I can pull it up quick. It's pretty interesting. Oh no, it's not on there. Let's see if it's on here. Yeah. So it says, always do your best. What you plant now will harvest later. So touching base on our brains or our minds are fertile ground. And we are going to harvest or reap what we sow, no matter what it may be. Are we planting seeds of negativity and shit and victimization and externally blaming and shaming everybody else? Or are we going to plant seeds of self-improvement, of self-discovery, of knowing that change in the world doesn't happen unless it starts in here? Who's ready to go all in and take that leap of faith and embark on making changes for themselves? So we are responsible for how we react or respond to any given situation that happens to us or around us, okay? We are responsible for the narrative or the story that we tell ourselves when we're processing or interpreting the experiences that happen to us or around us. Problem is, though, most people are tuning out, not tuning in. They are seeking to blame everybody else without taking self-accountability. Let's shift a little bit. We are naturally creative. We are naturally resourceful. We are naturally whole. And sometimes the experiences that we grow through or grow up through really impact those natural tendencies for ourselves. And that we can end up in adulthood as victims to our own making, harvesting what we sow, reaping what we sow. If you continuously find yourself at rock bottom or in the shits, ask yourself, what choices are you making that is contributing to this? And any answers that we need come from within ourselves. They're not something that we um, can pay ultimately somebody else for. And it's finding the right support and system to help us strengthen our trust with ourselves, strengthen that intuition, strengthen our self wisdom, um, and our self discernment and stuff. Because that's going to help you make decisions further on down the road that's in alignment with who you naturally are, not just in who trauma or adverse experiences made you to be. School, public schools. You guys, there is so much traumatization that comes from public schools that we are not acknowledging. And part of it is like having to seek out bodily autonomy through permission from somebody else, not ourselves. And so at such a young age, at a real life example is asking somebody to go to the bathroom. Okay, asking somebody to be with their family, needing permission to be with their family. And some people like, oh well, that's just how it is. Okay, but that's not. That's just how we've been conditioned to believe. That's just how it is. And so by continuously asking somebody else for permission to go to the bathroom drives a wedge between you and your inner wisdom or your inner wise self. Inner wisdom refers to our authentic voice that serves as a compass for moving us forward. And so when we're adults, it's very important about reconnecting and renewing and re-strengthening that connection with your inner voice, or your inner wisdom. So shifting a little bit more, we're finding ourselves working on our nervous system where, hey, just quick recap, we're talking about our emotions and stuff and things from our past, about how it influences our present moment. And so if we're finding ourselves working on nervous system regulation, being more present, mindfulness, self-care, feeling our feelings, coming from a heart center, all that good stuff, we might be practicing and thinking that we are well and then find ourselves triggered and reacting in an explosive manner. That's okay. That's really, really okay. It's important to not look at any behavior on a moral scale, whether that's for ourselves or others, meaning don't judge yourself or others to the core. Okay, when we all have natural human feelings and natural human reactions, anger, the doom and gloom of emotions and feelings for some, and for others, it's grief or, depression or deep levels of sadness. But anger is very much a part of grief. And anger is what's also considered a secondary emotion. What is anger? So a quick Google search implies that anger is an emotion characterized by antagonism. So something that's happening in our external world. Towards someone or something you feel has deliberately done you wrong. Anger can be a good thing. It can give you a way to express negative feelings, for example, or motivate you to find solutions to problems. But excess anger can cause problems, okay? And we know that, right? Years and years and years of suppressed anger that's been shoved down, any unprocessed shit can cause us problems, because what happens when we're triggered in a present moment is kaboom, it all comes out. And we're feeling the emotion of anger. So anger is, yes, an emotion, energy in motion. The physical sensations we feel associated with anger, as well as the behaviors that come from that. So it's not just the physical sensations we feel, but as well as the behaviors that come from it. Some of us become passive and we shut down right away and internalize this anger, okay? We don't want to say anything. We keep our mouths shut. We can become really, passive in that time. And then eventually, kaboom, it comes out at some way, shape, or form. Now, Libras are prone to this. There's other signs that are prone to it as well, but Libras are real big suppressors, especially for anger. They want to keep harmony and peace at all cost. And so, it's going to come out eventually. Now, others are really verbal. I'm thinking Aries. I'm thinking fire and air. Become physically upset and end up thinking, oh my God, I'm the worst person in the world. Nobody else can do this. How can I do that? We find ourselves in lots of shame and guilt after our explosive anger outbursts. So, first thing is, there are billions of people on planet Earth, and all of us experience anger, okay? It's okay. It really, truthfully is okay to feel angry. So the very first step is knowing that it's okay. Second step is to name it, okay? Excuse me. Acknowledge it. It's more powerful to say, I feel angry, or I am experiencing anger. Excuse me. And saying this out loud to yourself, saying it out loud to your loved ones. I am feeling anger, or I'm feeling angry. I am experiencing anger. I'm experiencing all sorts of sensations coursing through me. By saying this out loud, it's way more powerful than just saying I am angry. If it comes out as I am angry as you practice, that's okay. You are beginning to practice and acknowledge your anger, and that's more empowering and beneficial in the bigger picture, in the grand scheme of things, than not acknowledging it or suppressing it. This is going to feel uncomfortable at first. So now is not a time to judge yourself. Even if others judge you, even if others try to project that internal shame and guilt on you. Third step is it's time to find a healthy outlet, okay? Healthy outlets are like screaming or yelling into a pillow. It's okay. Let it out. Find yourself in your bedroom or, a room, and that you can just go and let it out. Physical activity like running, walking, lifting weights, go for a brief walk, writing out your thoughts, starting with the words I feel, aggressively balling up the letter and throwing it at the wall or burning it, having a bath and screaming underwater. Those are good. That's a good thing. Tensing your entire body and holding it for as long as you possibly can and then letting it go. So tensing your entire body and then letting it go. Lion's breath. That's really good. So breathing in through your nose and lion breath it out, roar it out. Running up and down the stairs. Jumping jacks. Those are really good, healthy outlets to help you process some anger. Here's the thing. You might need to change your environment. You might need to change your scenery, especially those who have CPTSD, chronic trauma responses, because in that moment, we're perceiving our entire environment as a threat. as a potential threat. And so physically removing yourself from that space is going to help your shift, help your mind perceive something different. Okay. Yeah. And then your breath, breathing in, breathing out, acknowledging all the physical sensations. Where are you tight? Where are you tingly? Where are you, vibrating? Or those sort of things. Where are you hot? People sometimes get that burny sensation. So there's lots. My all-time favorite, though, you guys, is Subconscious Healing Tools. Okay, Subconscious Healing Tools is a quick and effective audio track that is designed to help us process emotions in less than 13 minutes, coming out feeling better and more regulated than before when we went in. It not only helps us process real time anger and the emotions, the physical sensations that are associated with it, but it also helps us process the past, all our unprocessed shit, especially stuff from childhood that we might not have been allowed to feel angry at. Like if we had a sibling and we constantly had to give our toys up to them, or if one was favorited, one was favorited, more favored. I don't know. Is that a word? Anyways, let me know. More favorited. More favored. If one was more favored than another, then it can have us feeling angry. But if we weren't allowed to feel that anger, if we were always told to, oh, don't do that, don't behave like that, like many of us were told in school, then we're going to feel guilty or shameful for any sort of negative or unwanted emotion. So Subconscious Healing Tools, Negative Emotion Destroyer Tracks, so freaking incredible to process this past emotions as well as the present stuff, and even the future fear of you responding in those ways. Okay, so past, present, and future, we can do it and deal with it all at once. So I seen something else today, that we can be out there hot dogging this self-care, the self-healing game by ourselves, or we could, invest in ourselves through a program such as Lively Intuitive Transformations. And what's this going to do for you? Well, first off, a lot of the population, probably 60% of the population, if not more, don't believe that they deserve better for themselves. Okay. They believe that what they got is all they're given, and that's all they're going to get. They don't believe that it's possible for better for themselves. So we end up, collecting all these wonderful things, books on the shelves, podcasts, or online programs that we're not doing and utilizing for ourselves. And why is that? Because we, at our core, don't believe that that's possible for ourselves. I want to share a secret with you, okay? You do deserve high return on your investment. And so what does this mean? It means investing in a program that's going to give that to you. With our break free programs, then it helps get you to that part of you that's going to, we help target the part of you that's going to believe that you are deserving and that you are worthy, and really shift some of those internal limitations or self-imposed walls or barriers that we have placed upon ourselves by simply not believing it. And people who choose to invest in themselves through a program such as Lively Intuitive Transformations have a 90% or higher success rate. So There you go. And no, I'm not just a traditional like therapist. Our programs are 3, 6, or 9 months minimal. And yeah, that's what we do. Commit to yourself to following through like never before. So who's ready to go all in? Let me know for a complimentary breakthrough your life reawaken session. It's just an opportunity to meet for half an hour to 60 minutes to see if we're compatible together, what my programs more entail, or more details of what my programs entail. And yes, all that lovely stuff. And if you aren't following me on Instagram, hit that follow button. And if you're on TikTok, make sure you're following me there. Today's card, the Chariot. Yay! The Chariot. I love, love, love this card. Okay. It's like our shadow and our light. And we are learning to be courageous in how we rein both parts of self in, whether it be our dark, whether it be our light. And that the chariot of the universe is coming in to help guide us and support us along the way. Woo! So, determination. Who's ready to go all in? Who is ready? You don't want to miss out. We are part of a global revolution. And this isn't like rebel without a cause. We are revolutionizing how we do wellness, how we do mental wellness, how we do physical wellness, how we do emotional health. Because what we've been doing is not working. What we've been doing is not working. So harness your success. The universe constantly gives us the opportunity to become the person we want to be. It's a magical time for taking inspired action. Push ahead with willpower and determination because you will get there. Remember, inaction is the same as deciding to stay still. The chariot reminds you that while you are on the way to your goal, you need to make decisions about your best path forward. You can't be out there raw dogging it all by yourself. That's what I was hearing. If you feel pulled in two different directions, know that you will be able to coax both of these energies toward the same target. Charging ahead without paying attention to your path can be sometimes harmful to those in your wake. So take care not to trample on others on your way up the mountain. Choose the thing you really want. Focus your efforts and move swiftly. If you aren't sure what your direction is, then it's time to make some plans, align some goals, and spark some dreams. I choose who I am becoming, and I run toward it with conviction and consistent motion. That is such a beautiful, beautiful depiction of this card. To have that determination, to have that unwavering, inspired action in yourself, and to do so with respect, with core morals and values and integrity, and not to like blatantly disregard others or trample over others, to know that our choices impact those around us. As a mom, as a single mom, I have real big dreams for myself, especially as a young woman, knowing that I can't go after them without intrinsically weaving in Emmy's dreams. I know it's not possible for true success for us, and that it would be selfish if I trampled over her dreams on the road to mine. So I'm not about that. But it is something that we have to consider as we are setting intentions, as we are planting our seeds, okay? So be brave, be bold, be you, and go all in. Go all in for you. I have some times available next week, and my windows are getting a little thin, so it might be 2 weeks from now. But good news. It is good news. Busy, busy, busy. So I'm off to go see my little pretty in pink. And yeah, I hope that you guys have a wonderful week ahead. Thank Mother Earth for the earth we walk on, the air we breathe, The fires to fuel our souls, the water to cleanse our minds, bodies, and spirits. My thoughts are with those out in Western Canada right now who are experiencing devastation, whether that be from fire to floods. And just those all around the world who are doing their best with what they know. And that, as Maya Angelou said, once we know better, it's time to do better, or something like that. Thank you guys so much for watching live or the replay and listening today. If there's anything that you want to share with those, please do so in the comments below. I love hearing what it is that you guys received. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok at reds.litcoaching or on Instagram at amyd.co or at reds.litco as well. Sending you guys all the love and the blessings on your week ahead. Peace.